Hi, this is Young. You guys can call me Philip, the team leader of Yoyofriends, and today we're gonna do an overview on the MK1 Yoyos x Yoyofriends Heron. Okay, so this is a collaboration between the two companies. So MK1 is an awesome company made by Mark, and he started designing yo-yos, and then he's a great designer. He have a designing series on YouTube. I'll probably put the link down below. They have a great team. I'll have their website down below as well. You know, like Jack, like Carl, Nathan, who's I think he's also like supporting the national yo-yo scene here in the U.S. and Luna and Sean. They have awesome player team as well, and their yo-yos are both fun and sometimes competitive, and sometimes just best of both world. Highlight of their series are Dynam series, and also Axia, great yo-yo. Diffusion is where they started, and then they also have the Path, which is the Central of Jack. That's a great organic and performing yo-yo at the same time. So also now Yoyofriends manufacture FPM and us yo-yo players across the world on the Yoyofriends team combined to make awesome yo-yos. So this is a great collaboration as FPM have worked with MK1 before to make yo-yos because FPM is manufacturing, it's OEM, they make yo-yos for a lot of companies. So yeah, so what Mark wanted to do for this collaboration is a bimetal yo-yo that also finger spins, which is very smart and also very hard because bimetals they're connected with performance. And the finger spin yo-yos, especially the one that locks in, which is the goal of this video, is not screaming performance at all. Why? It's because in order to have that dip in the middle where the finger can lock in completely and not wobble, you need firstly a very deep groove here for the finger to lock in, and also you need to add a bunch of material right outside of the cup, the center cup of the yo-yo. So this is making the yo-yo design having a bunch of unnecessary weight here in terms of a performance standpoint, right? And making that yo-yo not very stable, right? If you want a yo-yo fast, you add weight directly in the center, but you can't because this is where the finger spin, your finger goes. And also a bunch of rim weight. Well, that takes away because a bunch of weight around the cup is decreasing, it's taking away from the weight outside on the rim. So this is very conflicting. However, in order to make this happen, we're going to utilize the smart weight distribution of a bimetal. In that case, where the giant ring will shove more stability and power into the yo-yos to counteract what is going on here. And also, when we saw this, we liked the idea. However, we want to add a little something in it. We want to make it extra, spice into the yo-yo. So the manufacturer team wanted a tri-material design with a PC ring on the outside. So that's what we did. They actually used a very brilliant design here, have the ring outside, on the complete outside, fully exposed, and then just add a little bit of a PC ring for aesthetic, striking to look at. I mean, look how pretty this is. And also it's just a softer feel. When you bind very hard, it's not gonna hurt you because PC is very soft. It's softer than aluminum and it's not sharp. So that is all. So first look of this yo-yo, this is 51mm wide, so this is competition ready. 51mm is pretty meta, even though now the meta is pushing 60, so this is still very viable if you want to compete with it. Buy material 70, 75. Well, so I'm gonna use the production version. Like mine's a B-graded Vibe though, so I play with the prototype, but they play like 99% the same. So 70, 75 plus stainless steel ring, and also the PC on the outside. We can see the Heron logo. It's a very nice logo here, and it's Yoyofriends X MK1 yo-yos. So very, very awesome logo and very awesome design. The name Heron comes from like the bird is like standing all the time. So it's like in a way where this yo-yo is finger spinning, is locked in. It looks like that bird standing. So very, very cool. So yeah, that is the first look of this yo-yo. I will have the full spec of the yo-yo here. Okay, so if you see the spec, you're gonna see that diameter is pretty average, it's like around 56-ish, a little bit more than that, and then also the weight is slightly on the heavy or on the average heavy side at around just above 66 grams. So, okay, so now firstly the smoothness, my B-grade vibes slightly, but this prototype is dead 10 out of 10 smooth, so that's very, very nice. especially for a tri-material, because that is harder to make than bi-metal. Just more moving parts, so it's hard to get smooth. Power on this yoyo is actually great. Like I said, the center cup, in order for it to lock, it's a bunch of weight here, so the bimetal ring definitely helped out, right? The bimetal ring, especially this design on the outside, is making the yo-yo very powerful, and actually is very stable as well. So in terms of power, this actually feels like just a bimetal yo-yo. Not the super extreme performing bimetal yo-yo, but you can tell it's a bimetal yo-yo. It's got that bimetal power. It's gonna handle very long combos, no problem. It's gonna come back very hard when you buy it, which is perfect because PC ring doesn't hurt your hand. So you can power through all your long combos, no problem. Stability is also excellent because of the ring design. It's not gonna be super duper stable against like a try-hard V/H-shaped bimetal yo-yo. However, because the weight is 66 plus, and also the ring is on the outside a lot, and the PC ring is not super heavy, so the overall weight distribution of the SS ring is still very on the outside, this yo-yo can be very, very stable. Which is very good because this thing doesn't happen in a finger spin yo-yo, right? You don't see a finger spin yo-yo that can fully lock in very well. That is very stable, especially in horizontal or in situations where the yo-yo requires a lot of speed. So acceleration on this yo-yo is pretty good. I would say medium. It can definitely go around. It does take a little bit of force to go. However, once the stability kicks in, you can definitely override the yo-yo and override the speed of the yo-yo with your own power. And the stability kicks in with the ring, and you won't lose control. So that's very, very good. In terms of the way it plays, you want to work with the yo-yo. That's perfectly fine. However, if you want to override it, it's not going to fight you back too much. I still recommend you to work with the yo-yo in terms of speed, which is in a medium to slightly higher pace. But if you want to override it, it will still go, which is very, very cool. Because usually, if you work along with the yo-yo and then you try to brute force it, it feels janky. But this one doesn't, so that's very nice. Top speed on this yo-yo, I would say medium fast, because the giant rings. Oh my god, I'm so bad right now. Don't yo-yo much anymore. But yeah, you can definitely accelerate pretty fast and then keep that top speed because of how heavy the yo-yo is and just how much stability you have. So definitely no problem in terms of speed. And the flow on this yo-yo is actually very nice because of the weight here, and also the PC ring on the outside is adding that extra feel to it. So the weight distribution is not 100% on the outside like a traditional aluminum plus SS yo-yo. So this yo-yo feels smaller and lighter than what it seems. It's also just had that nice, little bit of flow feel. Not too much drift or flow. It's just very nice. It's not hard to play. It's very pleasant to play. It's not trying to actively teleport or relocate over there when you're using the slightest of touch. Something like the Tachyon 2, which I will review later today, or overview later today. So yeah, it's very pleasant to play with. Horizontal on this yo-yo is doable. However, it is tiny bit slow because of the finger spin cup situation going on. It is definitely doable. 51 millimeter, you can land on it pretty easily, and it's just have that ring power. Even though there is PC on the outside, you definitely feel that ring power carrying. It doesn't have that stability and momentum to carry in the horizontal situation. However, it is a tiny bit slow, in my opinion, for my tasting, because I'm more of a cutthroat V kind of guy. But if you go along with the yo-yo, it's very, very pleasant. See, at this speed is perfect. It can go very, very long time in terms of horizontal capability. See, and binds perfect. Very, very nice performance. All right. So for bind, so the gap width on this is a traditional 4.54. They wanted 4.6, but we want to make sure everybody can bind very well without changing pads and stuff. So I'm setting just a little bit with a kitty normal. So kitty fat, kitty XL, OT normal, OT fat, one equipment, normal and fat should work. Kitty normal is a little too thin. However, nobody uses it, unlike me, because I'm weird. I use thin strings. That's why my hands sometimes bleed. But anyways, that's a string recommendation. It's a very good bind because of the bimetal property. Finger grind on this yo-yo, definitely doable. There is a lip where you're touching the 7075 aluminum, so definitely no problem there. Thumb grind. Oh wait, that was thumb grind. So sorry. Finger grind now, it's definitely no problem. Be blasted all day. Be blasted. All versions are be blasted. And finger spin. So now this is very good. So this yo-yo, even though it's super performant, as I just said, it is competition ready. Don't expect to go super fast with it, but it is competition ready. It's got that power and stability for it. It can also finger spin. However, you gotta be kind of a pro to use it, because someone like something like the cheat code or the strand where you can just wing it and then just let completely off or tilt it, it won't, like, it will just shove your finger into the middle. This one kind of doesn't, because we're trying to go with performance. However, when you lock in and when you have a very horizontal throw and then lock in, it's locked in. It's not gonna go out unless you like do like this. So here's the demonstration. I'm throwing very horizontal, and then when I lock, took me a little bit, but now I'm locked. It finger spins forever. It's not coming out. And that is very awesome. It also have a little bit of a dip in the middle. So if you are a fingernail spinner like me, it actually perfectly aligns with my fingernail. So you can finger spin for a very, very, very long time. I don't know too much about finger tip. People who use that to finger spin, since my nails are long most of the time. But I assume, like with the testing of other players, they said it's great. But as I noticed, that little dip in the middle perfectly matches my fingernail. Just throw horizontally. Once you lock in, takes a little bit of skill, but once you're locked in, it's there. It's gonna finger spin forever. So this is definitely the highlight of the yo-yo, and it just finger spins forever. So this is the overview of the MK1 yo-yos x Yoyofriends Heron, and you know, this is very, very awesome collaborations. I really, really like MK1 yo-yos and Mark. I will have their link, the website, and the design series all down below. And also, just huge shout out. The Heron is available now worldwide on the Yoyofriends website, and also the MK1 exclusive colorway on their website. Definitely, I have links down below as well. And you can see this is still going very, very strong. So thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time. Wow, that's a lot of spin left. All right, bye.